We had our monthly close. This is it. This is the moment the bulls are waiting for, or will something else happen? Hello Adrian, and welcome back to my channel. It is already 7:30 p.m. Yeah, UTC plus 8, this zone, this area. Hope you are all doing well. You had a wonderful weekend, you had a wonderful morning, and you had a wonderful enjoying the monthly close this morning. And for today, because it's a monthly close, we have something different. We have some Pocari Sweat instead of Gatorade, so it's pretty much the same, but yes. Hi Patrick, hi Moncol, hi Lex, hi Alvin, hi Darren, Sendor, Cedric, Nikolai, Adam, Darren. Yes, the hardcore crew is here. Daniel, so yeah, let's get going. Let's start off with some COVID numbers, like we are always doing, to warm up a little bit and to let the hardcore crew come in. So we have hi Darway, hi Justus. We have close to 1.8 million people in the US. Brazil is going really fast up, as well as Russia right now, close to well, Brazil over 500,000 and Russia over 400k. Let's take a look on how it looks on our charts. And we are at 6,152,000 people, so that's quite a lot. But we do see that it's starting to slope down now already, so that's a very good sign. US is sloping down, Brazil is sloping down, Russia is still going up. That's not that great. UK is still going up quite fast as well. Spain is slowing down, and Italy is slowing down as well. But yeah, it's not. It's still not great. Obviously, let's see how many more people will be coming up soon, because we all know that most of the countries are reopening right now. So let's see what happens. Hi Reminiscence. Hope you made another $4,500 or something like that with any positions you are doing. So let's go in immediately with our main scenario. So yesterday, what did I tell you guys? The most important thing is our monthly close, right? Let's take a look at our monthly close. Whoop. And yes, there you have it, guys. We closed at 9,450-ish, I think, something like that, which is above our 9,350. What does that mean? Well, obviously that's a very big macro change. Does that mean that we immediately are going to be, going to the moon from here? No, not that doesn't mean that. But on a macro perspective, that means a lot. That means that's a very big move, and the bull run might be a little bit sooner than expected, right? So that's basically what it means. There are two things that we have to put in connotation with that, though. There's the first thing is, of course, CME chart did not made a higher high. So on the spot price, we can see now that we have made a higher high, but on the CME chart, we did not make a monthly higher high. So just, making sure, just put that in perspective as well. But, we cannot deny that this is something very big and very major, because we have not made a close above with 10,350 for a very long time, right? So we can clearly see it's looking really good. So two things, like I said. First, the CME chart did not give us a monthly high. So what we want in the next coming week or month is, of course, to see confirmation on the CME chart as well, because I do put a lot of importance on the CME chart, right? And then there's a secondary thing that I wanted to show you guys is the line. If we take a look here, we actually have made a higher high, right? If we can see here, this point here from this month to this month, we made a higher high, but we also made some bearish divergence while doing that. If you can see here, from this point to this point where we are at right now, we made a lower high on the RSI, which is bearish divergence. We can go back to our cheat sheet. So if the price makes a higher high, but the RSI makes a lower high, we have regular bearish divergence. So what does that mean? Sorry, go back to our monthly chart. So what does that mean? The bearish divergence is building. It does not mean that it is completed just yet, because if the next month is making a higher high, then that bearish divergence is no longer valid, of course, right? So it is a potential bearish divergence, right? A potential bearish divergence. So just to make that clear, but it is there, right? It is there. So if the price for this month would be breaking down below our previous 8.6K, for example, that would confirm that bearish divergence, and it would trigger a more downwards momentum and a more downward price overall over the next month. So we can only actually confirm that next month, but like I said, or during this month, I mean, during this month, but like I said, it's there. So, you know, another thing that I wanted to show you guys so that we are not confused, although things look really good, this is really the moment, you know, the moment that a lot of bulls are looking for. But we have to be like always, we have to be very careful and always wait for confirmations. And when do we have those confirmations? Of course, we have those confirmations when we are going to be breaking up above the let's say 9,850 levels or something like that. You know, that's when we get our confirmations that we are waiting for the bulls. So right now, where are we at right now? Let's take a look at our daily chart. So right now, where are we at? We are still in the same zone that we were talking about since the previous weekend. We still have not made any higher high, as you can see. We are still in this triangle, but because of the monthly close, that does, and the fact that we are still holding all major moving averages, you know, if the price is still above all major moving averages, that does give me a higher probability towards the bullish side. Hi JG, by the way, I have a story for you. I tried again. I gave Food Panda another chance, and I ordered some milk tea, and I paid with my card, and I received, after 1 hour, I received a message that the drinks, well, the milk tea was delivered, but nothing was delivered. So it was another scam delivery, and this is already the third or the fourth time that happened with Food Panda. So I will be officially telling you that I will never use Food Panda ever again, because, you know, it happened like 3 or 4 times. That's a little bit too much. Plus the fact that all the times that I've get a message that I would get a refund, I never have received my refund just yet, and some of the refunds are like from 2 or 3 weeks ago already. So just saying, Food Panda is getting a 0 stars from me, and I will never use it again. Like, never use it again. Just say. So, anyways, back to the daily chart, right? So we are still here, but the difference is obviously we are still holding this this zone, this zone here. Yeah, GrabFood is fine. I'm really happy with GrabFood. But yeah, there are just there's some stuff on Food Panda that GrabFood doesn't have, and so on and so on. So that's the reason I sometimes use try to use Food Panda, right? I don't like to use cash on delivery, first of all, because I don't want to be handling cash money right now with the COVID situation. You know, I don't want to be touching a lot of cash money, because the cash is being, you know, transferred from one person to the other person. So I'm really concerned about that. So I don't like to use cash at all. That's the reason. Yeah, man. Yeah, Reminiscence. There's so many. Well, this is not really a scam, but I mean, it's just so annoying, you know, because I wanted to order like some milk tea for a snack for at 4 p.m. and I, you know, but no. Anyways, so what can I say? Nothing much really on the daily. We are still here, right here. What we can see, do we see any divergences? Let's take a look if we can see any divergences. Not really as well. We don't really see any divergences. The only thing that that we can see is that we are actually holding this support really well right now at the 9.4K ish level. So as long as the price obviously keeps holding above that price, things are looking really good to be breaking out of this resistance line. But do I really think, like I said, do I really think that we are going to be just breaking out of that resistance line immediately this week or something like that? I still don't think that will happen. I still think that either way we will have a little retracement, at least a little retracement back down before we retry and break that zone. But things are looking quite bullish. So the only thing that I will be adjusting on my short, because yes, I'm still, for people who are asking, yeah, are you still in your short? I'm still in my short, yes. But I will be adjusting and taking a lot quicker my profits because, well, like I said, things are actually looking, the probabilities are getting more higher and higher that we are going to be breaking upwards. So I don't want to, obviously I don't want to be missing out on that spot. So I'll be looking actually to be finding more long positions on the way down when we get some retracements, right? That's basically what I'm looking at. So there's like I said yesterday as well, there's a couple of scenarios that I'm looking at. First scenario would be this one, where we just go down here and then go around this 8.8K ish area here, or this bull zone area, and get a bounce from there and break up out of this triangle. That would be a very bullish scenario. Another even more bullish scenario would be something like this, where we break down here, we break and we go towards this EMA 21 line area, and then we break up from here. That's also a possible scenario. So either way, I do believe that at least we will have some sort of, you know, retracement. Do I really think that we'll immediately break up from this zone? There's always a possibility, of course, but I still think that the probability for that is rather on the low side, mainly because of volume, because of all the things that we've spoken for before last week, actually. So it doesn't mean that suddenly we have a bullish monthly close that things are completely changed, right? It does change in a macro perspective, but it doesn't change anything on the short term for me, at least. But like I said, I will lower my risk and my exposure of my short, because there is a higher probability that we are gonna, you know, break up and out of this trend. But of course, if it doesn't, then we'll have to be re-entering our short, of course. I don't, like I said, I'm really not emotionally attached to whatever happens. I just am very interested in big price movements. That's basically it. So oh yeah, one more thing on the monthly close that I wanted to show you guys is, of course, like I said, in times that I am kind of like, you know, in a little bit of a doubt, I always take a look at the Heikin Ashi candles. And if we take a look at the Heikin Ashi candles, we can also see that we did make a higher high, as you can see here. See? So, you know, it's quite substantial. Like I said, it's quite substantial. So, you know, let's see. Let's take a look. Let's see what happens this month. But kind of like a make or break situation once again, right? We can't be triangling in that triangle forever. 1 second. Yeah, here. So we can see here. This is June. Where's end of June? End of June is here. Yeah. So we can't keep going into this triangle forever. So either in this month somewhere, either we are going to be breaking up from here or breaking down from here. And most likely we will know what will happen by next week. Why? Because like I said, I do believe that we will have some small retracement during this week, somewhere either around this area here or even lower towards this area here. If this in this week, if it breaks, then obviously we know that we are back into our bearish situation, right? That's just basically what price is going to be telling us and indicating us. So what can we see on the 4-hour chart? Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. A potential head and shoulders is potentially valid here. I'll draw it for you guys here. So something like this is possible that it can be forming. So yeah, like this. So if price basically moves back down towards like the EMA 55, so around 9.4K, it's very possible that this could be some topping formation and we would get a head and shoulder formation. Head and shoulder formation, let's take make a measured move on what our measured moves would be if we would get our head and shoulders. So yeah, it would bring our price down towards around 9K-ish level, right? Here are our EMA 200 on the 4-hour, which is currently at 8,987. So something like this, right? So around 9K. Around 9K would make sense because then price would be basically going to around this area here, as you can see here. So this support on our bullish scenario. So definitely something to look at, something that is has some probability. When would of course, if we break up from here, from this spot now here, then of course that head and shoulders formation would be invalidated, right? So if it kind of has to confirm in the next 12 hours, and that's where I come back about what I also told yesterday about the 3-day chart, right? So a lot of importance there on the 3-day chart. Like I said, what you want to see is confirmation of this. Do we either the Stokes on the 3-day chart either confirm to the downside, and then this would be our local top, right? If this would be our local top, and the local tops have on the 3-day chart have been super accurate, right? Have been super accurate. I'll go through them for one more time. As you can see here, what was the top? Top was the 6th of May, and then the price was 6th of May. The price was here. 10,100 area, and then here we have another top, the 12th of Feb, as you can see here, 12th of Feb, the price was here, the top 10,500 something, and then here the top here on the 13th of May. Let's take a look on the 13th of May. That was, wait, that's not correct. Yeah, 13th of May, sorry. Yeah, 13th of May. It was a local top as well here, around here, but we did go up higher. And we can see here, this top here on the 24th of June. That was here, around 13,500. So as you can see, every time we kind of get a top on the 3-day chart, it's actually very powerful. So that's why I'm very interested to see if this 3-day chart goes down or starts to curl back up, right? So that's basically going to be confirmed by tomorrow. So tomorrow is basically D-Day for the bulls, right? If the bulls can hold this up and keep this keep this Stokes, you know, on the bullish level, then things can go up even faster than that we think. But still, what I'm still expecting is that we still retrace back down, but here on this zone here, we can always go back up as well, right? So the 3-day chart is going to be basically our compass for the next for this week basically. So tomorrow we have the first step. I do expect us to go a little bit lower, but then the next 3-day candle will basically tell us, do we get a bounce up or a bounce down? So those are the most important things. Okay. I don't know what you're saying, Vishwana, but yeah. Anyways. So yeah, so those are the two things. Like I said, we had our first domino effect, so that was the monthly. Then we have our second domino effect tomorrow, where we are going to be confirming by the 3-day chart with the Stokes, are they gonna go down or are they gonna go up? And as you can see here as well, we can see it by the RSI. It's gonna curl down if we break the 9.4K, or like 9,375, go down. Yes. I still do think that we will go down at least a little bit, at least a little bit. But yeah, maybe it's not going to be it's not going to be that much anymore. What I have for me personally, if price goes up above this area here, which is right now at 9.7, 9.7, I'm out of my position, right? I'm not gonna take any risks anymore at this point and stage, because there's so much money to be made if we do break up towards 11.5 or 10.5 or something like that. There's no point in trying to be a hero. Just it's just take the hit like a man and and move on. That's basically what I'm thinking myself at this point, because I'm actually thinking about closing my short, but I don't know, there's still a part of me that this stock structure has so many it still looks very toppy to me. So breaking out of a rising wedge, retesting the wedge, sort of making a potential head and shoulders here. RSI is actually quite low, and that's basically what worries me, because if we take a look at here, we got this bump out of the RSI, but it's curling back down now. So let's see. Basically tomorrow I will make my decision, and that's why I'm telling you guys that the 3-day is going to be our indicator what happens tomorrow. So tomorrow at 8 a.m. I'll basically make a decision to either close my short position or just let it run. But for now, I'm still semi confident that my short is going to be working out, because I do still believe that we will at least go back down towards this area here, towards somewhere, like I said, 9.2K ish area, something like that, 9,150. I still do believe that that will be the minimum retracement that we will going, but I'm getting more and more interested now to be longing around this area, but we have to be very careful there at around the 8.8K if we get there. But yeah, I'm actually starting to become more interested to be longing around that area, rather than thinking that we will be breaking down towards the 8K level. But stranger things have happened before. It's just a matter of, like I said, it will all depend on what the next domino is going to tell us, and then we just adjust towards that. That's basically it, right? So today I wanted to show you guys actually one of my favorite indicators that I'm using for swing trades, which is the Hurst cycle. So for people who, I assume that a lot of people will not be knowing what the Hurst cycles are. You can look it up. There's always the chance, Juan, that that it goes to 8.2K. Like I said, you have to be on the look on a daily basis to see if we're getting there or not getting there. But for now, I am quite bullish because of the monthly close. It's really looking like a macro change in behavior. So that I mean, we've been waiting for that for like years, like literally years. But on the other hand, we have not confirmed it yet, right? We have not confirmed a higher high yet. So you know, it could be kind of meaningless as well. But for now, I'm just saying that the probabilities are higher, that we have a higher chance to be going up. Let's put it like that. Where's the best position to exit? Where's the best position to exit? Well, I mean, like I said, I'll exit my short around here. I mean, that's where I'm gonna look at things and reanalyze things by tomorrow. I still think that we will have at least like a slow push down here. If we immediately break it and we close, if tomorrow, for example, we start closing below the EMA 21, I will just hold my short, for example, because then the probabilities are higher that we are gonna go down even lower. So it all depends on tomorrow's close. That's what I'm saying. So tomorrow it will be very crucial to see where the daily candle close, and like I said, where the 3-day candle closes, because that will be tomorrow as well. So will I be holding my short or will I be closing my short? You'll basically know tomorrow, but that's basically what my decision is going to be. If the daily closes below the EMA 21, then most likely I will just be holding my short. There's no point for me to be closing it. If it once again bounces off on the EMA 21, I'll just close my short from there at that point and that time and take my profits and run. That's basically what I'm gonna do. Other than that, yeah, very little to say, because we have not confirmed just yet. But the thing is, if we are going to break this triangle, the move is going to be so big that we don't want to be missing that move, right? So either way, if we breaking down from this triangle, it's going to be an amazing chance, an opportunity for us to make a lot of money with a short. If we are breaking up from this triangle, it will give us a very big opportunity to be making a lot of money with a long. So why would I be, wanting to be stuck in a position right now where I'll be making maybe $100 or $200 spread, when I can make $500 or to $1,000 spread and have way less stress, right? That's how I look at things, right? So do I really want to be in a position right now? We'll see by tomorrow, because tomorrow is basically going to be the defining moment for me if I'm going to be holding my short, yes or no. So I can't really tell you what the best position is, because most of the information what I will be doing will be tomorrow, and I'm telling you exactly what that is. So I still do think that we get a move down here by today. So wait, what happened here? By today. So we'll see during the night and by tomorrow, right? Okay, hope that clears things up. Oh, sorry. Boom. Okay, so what am I gonna say? Hurst, yeah. So it's actually one of my favorite indicators, Hurst cycles. For people who are interested in reading that book, I do recommend it. It's a really, it's quite complicated, but it's a really cool book. So basically, the theory in short is you have like multiple cycles in prices, and every cycle has a sub-cycle that is basically, in all this, you have an infinite amount of cycles that basically is forming a visual cycle, like a main cycle. That's basically what the theory is about. So why did I learn about Hurst cycles or Hurst theory? Is because when I started off trading, I learned about Elliott waves, right? But when I was working with Elliott waves, I kind of like figured out that it's very hard to be trading on Elliott waves. As an analyst, to analyze things, you can use Elliott waves very good. I mean, that's a very good way to be analyzing price. So with price analysis, you can use Elliott waves very well, because usually the action already happened, and then you can create that pattern. The problem is when you're trading with Elliott waves, you have so many combinations that it's very hard to be trading on, right? So when you have an ABC, for example, a correction, it could be an ABC with a flat correction, it could be a zigzag, it could be all these kind of probabilities, and then when it actually happens, it's already too late to be entering a trade. Are all the shitcoins driven by BTC? If BTC, yes and no actually. So altcoins will do really well when Bitcoin is going sideways. That's basically when altcoins are doing really well, because when Bitcoin goes up really fast, then altcoins will be dying, and when Bitcoin goes down, then altcoins will be dying as well. So the only time when altcoins or shitcoins will do well is when Bitcoin goes sideways. All right, so keep that in mind. Yep. So back to my explanation. So then I figured I was trying to look for a way or a mechanism to improve on Elliott waves, right? So if you combine Hurst cycles with Elliott waves, then actually you get a better, let's just say, a better way to understand the price movement, and it's easier to be trading on. And so that's the reason why I started looking into Hurst. But yeah, like I said, it's one of the books that I've read, and you guys, if you are interested in trading, you really should be reading that as well. And like I said, what I'm recommending is learn Elliott waves first, and then learn Hurst after, right? The theory, at least, if you are interested in that. But anyways, let's go into the indicator, the Hurst cycle indicator. So it's this one that I'm using. It's called Hurst Cycle Channel Oscillator, version 1.1 apparently. So that's the one that I'm using, and let me explain a little bit. So whenever we are outside of the green zone, it's pretty much similar like an RSI. We will get like some green flickering. It means toppy, basically, right? And when we are on the bottom side, when we are outside of this Hurst line, we basically see a red flag, means we are very bottomy, right? That's basically it, right? And then we have a lower line, the white line, which is the fast oscillator, and we have the yellow line, which is the slow oscillator. So similar to Stokes, we are just looking for crosses. Thank you, Kenny. Appreciate it. So, well, apparently somebody bought 6,000 Bitcoins, did he? So, was that you? I hope it wasn't you. Anyways, so let me explain a little bit how we swing trade, right? Okay, so obviously whenever we are outside of this Hurst area, it means toppy. So let's take a look. We can see here it was green, and the price was here around the 10K area, toppy, right? Similar here, we had this toppy here on the 29th of May. We can see here 9.6K, it was toppy. We went a little bit down, but we actually made a higher high. And then we had here this line here, which was our top a couple of days ago, right? On the 31st of May. Yeah, a couple of days ago, where we were at what was it, 9.7-ish, something like that. Our bullish present on a Sunday. That's basically it. And then if we go a little bit back, 1 second. Then we go a little bit back, and we can see here toppy once again, and that was when we were at around the 10K levels as well. And here once again, toppy on the 30th of April, which is 9.5K. Once again, toppy, local top once again, right? So that's basically what that means every time. And here on the opposite side, red on the bottom. So that was here around 8.2K. It was saying, bottomy. Bottomy. I don't know if it's a word, but it's so basically a local bottom, basically. So just by looking at that, you can kind of like see like, okay, well, what are potential or what are local bottoms or local tops, right? So like I said, that 9.7-ish and that 9.6K-ish kind of, I told you guys, for me that was kind of toppy, because one of the reasons was because my Hearst indicator was telling me, well, it's kind of toppy. Okay, so but how do we trade with this indicator, right? That's the most important thing. So what we're looking at is the following. So whenever we have a cross, when the white, the light line is crossing over the yellow line, that means a bullish action. But that's not where we're gonna enter our trade, right? This is a swing trade method, right? This is not a short term or anything. It's a swing trade method, and so we need to cross this yellow line, but we also need to go into our green area before we enter a trade. So we had this cross here on the 30th of May at 4 p.m. So let's take a look at the price. What was the price on the 30th of May at 4 p.m.? Here, the price was at 8,862. Okay, so at 8,862, we bought in, and then it went to a top, right? Toppy, right? Toppy on the 14th of May at 8 o'clock. 14th of May at 8 o'clock. Price was here. So we would have exited at 9,700 area. So that's beautiful, beautiful trade, right? We went in from 8.8, 9.6, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trade. Then let's take a look, another look for another. So in all the other rest of the time, you're not doing anything except here. So we have a cross here, but we have to wait and confirm when it goes into our red zone for a short, right? So it was here at the 20th of May at 4 p.m. So 20th of May at 4 p.m. Sorry, 20th of May, 4 p. 4. A little bit 4. Where is it? 20th of May at what? 1 second. 20th of May at 4 p.m. Yeah. 20th of May, 4 here. So we would have entered here at 9.7k or something like that, 9.7k, and we would have exited. Actually, we would have exited here, to be honest, if we wanted to wait for the bottom E, or we could have just exited here because it was quite low already. But let's say here. So the 25th of May at 4 a.m. Sorry, 25th of May at 4 a.m. 25th of May at 4 a.m. Here, we would have exited here, which is at around, let's say, 8,700. So we would have entered at 9,700 and would have exited at 8,700. Once again, a perfect swing trade of $1,000, right? So pretty good. Then let's see here. So we crossed the yellow line to the upside, but we have to wait until we enter the green zone, which is here. So we would have entered at 27th of May at 4 o'clock. 27th of May, 4 o'clock. 27th of May, 4 o'clock. We would have entered here at 9,150. 9,150. And then we would have exited here, first toppy movement, 28th of May at 8 o'clock. 28th of May at 8 o'clock. That is here. So we would have exit at 9.5. So that's like a $350 move once again, right? So that's basically what the whole strategy is about. You will not maximize or anything like that. You will not maximize your profits or anything like that. You will most likely be going in and out quicker or faster, but it's a really good indicator, like a really good indicator. I've been using it for really and advising people to be using it for people who are not really want to be trading on a daily basis and have the stress that I go through on a daily basis, because I'm a special kind of person who just enjoys being under stress all the time. But for people who just maybe take one trade a week or something like that, that's a perfect indicator for that. And we can go back and back test it, right? Because every time we see an indicator, we have to back test it. So let me be clear. When we get a cross down, as you can see, we get a cross down, but we don't get a confirmation here that it breaks towards the lower level. So that you cannot go into a position then, right? You can, but it's just more risk, right? This is really an indicator that I'm telling people to use for swing trades, right? Really, you won't get like the max of the max, but for swing trades, right? Yeah, Trent, you can use it on all time frames. You can yeah, use it on all time frames. Let's go back for one more time for another example, right? We just have so much fun for backtesting. So here, so we have here the cross here at the 22nd of April at 4 p.m. So what was the price? 22nd of April at 4 p.m. Here the price was 6,935, and then you would have exited here on the 23rd of April at 8 p.m. So here, yeah, we were at 7.7. So 6.9 to 7.7. Once again, a nice $800 move, as you can see, right? Yeah, perfect. Here a short. We would have entered the short on the 20th of April at 4 p.m. 20th of April, 4 p.m. Here, so price would be around 7.2, and then we would have exited here, most likely, right? When it actually, we wouldn't have exited. We would have gotten a signal here that there is a reversal, so we would have exited most likely around here on the 21st at 4 p.m. 21st at 4 p.m. That would be 6,800. So still like a nice $400 move or something like that. Yeah, you obviously, you cannot, there's no indicator that is 100%, right? There's no, you still have to do some work yourself. So it's not like something you can just blindly trust. But you know, this is what you have to be doing, right? So you backtest a lot of stuff. You backtest a lot of stuff. So yeah, you just backtest things, and just, you know, whenever you see that there's a nice amount of profits or it's profitable, you just use it, right? So I mean, this is I'm very comfortable showing you guys this Hearst indicator because I've been using it for a really long time myself, and I really like it for like I said, for swing trades, right? So right now we can use it actually completely right now as well, right? So we can clearly see that the white line is under the yellow line. What does that mean? That is some bearish momentum, right? Some bearish momentum. So as long as this this white line stays under this yellow line, I have absolutely no issue at all for holding my short, right? So, you know, those are the things that you can you know, confirm by using these type of really cool indicators, where you're not like, you know, completely sweating it out and like thinking like, oh my god, I'm gonna get stop loss or this and that. But as long as we are here still in the green zone, it means that we don't have bearish momentum, right? We're still in a bullish momentum right now because we are still in this green zone. However, like I said, we had toppy, two toppies usually means that there is some retracement, at least some small retracement coming after two toppies, right? So like I said, I just based on this retracement, that's why I wasn't, you know, when I entered that short on Friday and on this toppy level, I was kind of, you know, chilling because my indicator said toppy. So although that it's possible that it could wick up one more time, like I said, because of the bulls gave us a special surprise on a Sunday, it showed me once again toppy. So was I really concerned about my short? Not really, right? And this is the reason why we are still below right now, below the yellow line. And if, once again, if by tomorrow, another confirmation, if by tomorrow this white line goes into the red territory, there's no point, there's no reason for me to be closing my short, right? There's no reason for me to be closing my short. So once again, another indicator that you can be using for confirming, or when you are in doubt or something like that, you know, it makes things a little bit less stressful. Let's put it like that. Okay. But yeah, like I said, I still do expect us to be, at least we had two toppies, at least a little bit of a downwards momentum, but it can break up from here, for example, and then we'll have to, you know, make a decision on that. But like I said, things we will know a lot more by tomorrow, right? Okay, so I hope you understand that indicator. That's a really powerful and really cool indicator in my opinion. Okay, and you can see, and you can do it also on the daily, of course, but this is just to show you guys on the 4-hour. Okay, great. So since that we have crossed the 8 o'clock or the 12-hour candle close, we can go back into our momentum indicators, right? So what am I expecting? Well, the zones, the ranges are still pretty much the same ranges that I've been expecting for the last couple of days now, because weekends don't really do anything, and yeah, today is basically the first day of trading, and my zones are still the same. So let's say 9,650 or something like that to the top of the range, and the bottom of the range would be this EMA range here, 9.2k ish or something like that. So let's take a look what the expected moves are saying. So expected moves are saying the first standard deviation to the top side is 9,663, and bottom side of the first standard deviation is 9,354. So yeah, it's a 50-50 flip. It's a 50-50 flip, because as you can see right now, is it angling? Yeah, it's angling a little bit to the downside. It's like 48% to the downside and 52% or something like that to the upside. So yeah, nothing what the expected moves chart is, is telling us completely. What I'm looking forward, and one of the reasons why I'm also waiting for tomorrow is to be looking and confirmation of this. So if the Stokes on the 12-hour chart is crossing down, obviously, then I would just be holding my short, like I said. But we have to be careful. It can just be going down here and then curl back up. Very similar to what I've been telling you guys from before. Let's take a look at the RSI. RSI is right now is still above the EMA right now, so it's still bullish. Where is it going to be crossing down? It will be crossing down if we cross down below 9,488. So if it crosses down 9,488, most likely we will be going towards that 9,300. What was it? What the expected move say? 9,350 area. So like $150 down if we are breaking down below 9,488. Okay. Is our HVP saying something? HVP on the 12-hour? No, nothing much. Let's take a look on the daily. Daily is still for the Stokes are still curling up, as you can see, but there is some resistance zone here, so you know it could get rejected at that point as well. Let's take a look at the RSI. RSI is actually up above the EMA right now, but of course very similar to the 12-hour. It will be crossing down if we break 9,495. So yeah, it's like a 50-50 thing. If we hold this zone, we most likely swipe up one more time towards 9.7. If we don't hold this zone, we'll most likely break down towards, you know, where the areas where I am expecting it to be going. But like I said, I'm still, you know, all the indicators and everything is telling me that most likely we'll be making a swipe down by tomorrow. But you know, things have gone wrong many times before already. Anyways, so HVP on the daily is right now at the 12, which is quite low, right? So yeah, like I said, this week can be pretty important if the daily is going to be showing, you know, flashing or going to 0 or 1 single digit HVP. Then we all know that some big move is going to be happening and coming, and we have to be prepared for that. So this week is going to basically be giving us a lot more information if we are effectively going to be trying to break that 10K line once again or not. Let's take a quick look at on the 4-hour if we can see something there. It is there. So let's take a look. 4 hour is still on the downside, but it's trying to curl already back up, right? It's trying to curl back up. There's really a lot of momentum towards the bullish side, or a lot of purchasing apparently. Let's take a look on the RSI. RSI, it's trying to curl up, but it's still not above the EMA. So it will be curling up at 9,575. So that's quite an important zone. If we get rejected there, most likely we'll be heading back down. But if not, most likely we'll be swiping 9.7K once again. So, well, it's pumping already now. So, like I said, it touched the yellow, the EMA 21 on the 4 hour. That's actually quite bullish. Now the probabilities are higher that we're going to be swiping up one more time. Let's take a look at the EMA, the expected moves. Yeah, see, as you can see, 9.7, 21 now, and 9.4 on the downside. So yeah, I think bulls are gonna try to swipe it up one more time to the 9.7K. But like I said, I'm not. Am I super concerned? I'm not that concerned or anything like that. But yeah, and as you can see right now here, our indicator is showing that we crossed above the yellow line once again. So as you can see, bulls are very happy with the monthly close. So they are interested in keeping the price up. But like I said, overall, I'm still not that concerned. But I have a very tight stop loss right now. If it does break up above this 9.7K or something like that, I'm out. I'm out, because I don't want to be risking and missing the position that is upcoming, most likely this week, either breaking up out of this triangle or breaking down out of this triangle. Obviously, one of those two big moves is coming this week, so I don't want to be wasting my time for like a $100 or $200 spread or something like that. But of course, if the price does what I do expect it to be doing, like a slow retracement downwards to the 9.2K ish area, then I'll take the money. Cannot be sad if you're making money, right? So do I have anything else to show? Yeah, maybe we can go over the on-chain analytics to see if something changed there. So I could take a look here. Right now, still very high. 74.81% long and 25% short only. So there's a big discrepancy there, and that usually doesn't last very long. Some whales are gonna just come in and just take that liquidity and take that money, to be honest. So yeah, let's take a look on the miners to see if they are dumping more, or most likely they are dumping more, because like I said, the 103.9. Wait, I'll move it a little bit so you can see it. 103.9 spending. So miners are effectively dumping more than holding, but that's normal because, like I said, we are in a zone where it's not profitable. Almost not profitable for S15 miners to be mining, so they are shutting down and they're just selling their Bitcoin. Let's take a look on the exchange inflows of BTC, if we can see something there. So yeah, I told you guys we've had quite a substantial amount of Bitcoin moving into exchanges. We have 4,000 here, 3,000 here, another 2,000 here, 3,000 here, 3,300 here, and here. This is the most recent one. Yesterday at 8 o'clock, we had around 3,600 Bitcoins that moved into an exchange once again. But all during a whole this time that Bitcoins have been moving into exchanges, price, as you can see, has been going up steadily. So they haven't. They either are using it to be longing it, or yeah, most likely they're using it to be longing it. But yeah, usually at one point they're gonna take profits, right? So yeah, like I said, I still expect us to be at least at one point to be retracing back down. So let's take a look on the I want to show it to see if something changed this on the COT. It's the COT only changes every week, so when will be, yeah, so we have to wait a few more days before that changes. So okay, I think I've went through everything now. Some on-chain analysis, some technical analysis, some new indicators, monthly closes. Woo, a lot of stuff for today. So what am I expecting? Well, I'm still expecting exactly the same thing that I've been talking about for the past couple of days. I do believe that we are more inclined or more bullish right now than I expected. So do I think that we will break down all the way to like what I expected, to like the 8K ish area where we form a descending triangle? The probabilities are much lower now. That's it's just how it is. It's much lower now. But do I still think that we will have some sort of retracement? I do believe that we will have some sort of retracement. It's just quite unlikely that after, you know, this whole toppy rejection, lower high, that we immediately will be breaking out from this pattern. But like I said, if we are forming something like this, it slowly goes down, then we have a way more higher chance to be breaking up from it. But like I said, right now I still don't see it happening. Toppy, it looks toppy to the toppity top. But you never know. Bitcoin is always full of surprises, so we never know. But the only thing that I wanted to stress out is, if we do start closing and breaking up above this area here, I do expect us to go to like 10.4K or 10.5K, this green box, rather quickly than slowly. So I would rather make my money on that area or that spot than you know, being stressed in the situation where I'm currently at right now. So so tomorrow I'm just gonna make my decision. I'm just either gonna be closing, or obviously I'm either gonna be closing or holding my position. But tomorrow is going to be my final day, and I'm gonna have make an exact decision. Let's put it like that. And let's see how it goes, right? But until then, hopefully you guys are a little bit at ease. And yeah, I still don't think that something crazy is going to be happening just yet. But you know, things have gone differently many times before. We just have to keep an eye on the situation. But like I said, if we start breaking up and out of this zone, and when our indicators are showing towards that, you know, a spike towards upside, there's no confusion. The bulls are winning. The bulls are winning. The bulls are winning. Okay, so hope it was interesting for you guys. As always, it was a pleasure spending some time with you guys. This hour is always pretty fun. And I hope to see you again tomorrow, same time, same place, 7:30 p.m. UTC plus 8. Please do like, share, comment, whatever you want to do with these videos. And yeah, until then, please stay home, stay safe, and of course,